That's
are
what I
you
was
hoping to sort of see
villains. And
show up in this new?
okay, the guy that I want so badly, and I kind of wanted him for Batman Part 2, but I don't think it's going to appear now.
Clayface, I think.
No, Hush.
Oh, Hush, yeah.
I really want Hush.
Hush is a very nuanced sort of story, and I feel like it can't be the first.
But the thing is, and I'll sidestep.
awesome.
I'll sidestep quickly because it's like with the Batman Part 2, it just makes sense.
It does.
Patterson being the full detective route, having Hush.
I thought
in
that's
there,
what they were going to do.
but they're going Clayface instead, which makes us equal sense because he can shapeshift faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hush I would love, but I don't know. The other one who's the obvious is Deathstroke.
Deathstroke would be cool.
If our Batman is a combatant, if he's a fighter.
Yeah. Deathstroke would be awesome. I love Deathstroke. He had a good portrayal in Arrow.
So, but yeah, Deathstroke, I'm thinking maybe, but you've got to have the right Batman to have a good Deathstroke.
Yeah.
You need your Batman to be a bit of a combatant.
Yeah.
But I really liked the spin that Arrow had, where he was like the devious businessman that was also very intelligent, pulling strings and shit.
Well, he was ex-Special Forces. He was Australian in the show.
Yeah.
And he was Australian Special Forces,
He was,
SAS.
yeah.
And then... he got stuck on the island and then took the super soldier serum,
Miracle.
essentially. Yeah, because he is a super soldier in the comics.
Yeah,
He
okay.
has enhanced strength and speed and reflexes, which is why he's a cool matchup for Batman, because it's like a Captain
Yeah.
America versus Batman
Yeah,
situation, right?
I think if we're talking the universe that we're wanting it to be, where it's a bit campy and an over-the-toppy comic booky, Killer Croc.
I would like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I would like an actual Mr. Freeze, not
Ice
get
to
in the
meet you.
chopper.
Nice to meet you.
yeah. Not a.
But yeah, I think Killer Croc, that big mutant looking
That'd be cool.
big tail. But
Yeah.
again, with Batman having such a big rogue gallery, a lot of his villains are either A or B villains.
Yeah.
Where like an A villain could carry the whole movie solo, and a B is the backup who's kind of there to be the muscle. I don't think Killer Croc has an entire movie as a villain.
That's why
about
I think
him.
Mr. Freeze would be good, and then you could throw Killer Croc in there.
Yeah.
Because they could be they always work together. They always work
Yeah.
together. Batman villains always work together.
Yeah.
You got the Penguin as well, which we haven't seen as Danny DeVito.
Penguin and Mr. Freeze
Oh no,
would
we
be a
saw
good one.
Colin Farrell did Penguin, didn't he?
Yeah, he's already in it. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That one.
I forgot
and
about
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, yeah. He was the best Penguin.
He was so good.
and
He was so good.
That made me uncomfortable as a child.
It was
man.
so awkward
It was
to
so
see him,
gross,
but he was so
man.
good.
He would eat the fish thing.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I didn't watch Penguin, the show.
No, I
Colin
didn't
Farrell
either.
Show, but apparently it's really good.
The other avenue that I was thinking maybe as a good side B villain character, if we're going down that whole fantasize fanatic word, is Man-Bat.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Because if we're going down, because you got to think the world of DC currently at the moment has had superheroes for 300 years, and the whole point of Man-Bat was the guy goes, I want to be like Batman.
Yeah.
And thought that Batman was actually a guy who had bat
Was
powers.
a Man-Bat, yeah.
And that's how the Man-Bat thing comes about. So that could happen as someone being like, I want to be in the Justice League. I want to be a superhero like them.
Yeah. I just had an idea and I forgot it. I do this a lot.
ADHD.
Oh, bro. It was like, this is going to be good to talk about. And it just exited my mind as soon as I thought about
Yeah.
it. What are we talking about?
The other one that could be good is like, because if it's Batman Brave and the Bold, Damien's being introduced, it's more than likely going to be Ra's al Ghul.
That's
what you were going down?
What I just
Yeah.
remembered, yeah. So with Damien introduced, it would be good to see Ra's al Ghul and the
Which
Lazarus
more
Pit.
than likely.
And the actual Lazarus Pit, because Ra's has died and come back to life many times. We saw it in... I want to say we saw it in Arrow.
No, it was the Arrowverse. It was the Legends of Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure they used it.
Well, he fights Ra's al Ghul in Arrow. Because a Ra's al Ghul movie, like, he could be a side plot to any movie.
Yeah.
And he can sort of branch out through more than just Batman movies too, because he can have connections. The League of Shadows.
The League of Shadows can be in all of them.
I wouldn't mind
For a first villain, I think it's a bit much, though. I think Raz is a bit insane for a first villain.
I wouldn't mind a Court of Owls movie.
I was about to say Court of Owls. But to me, the Court of Owls will make the perfect third movie villain for Patterson's.
Yeah, okay. I do
I
agree
think
with that.
Court of Owls will be
doing
brilliant.
a third one for Patterson?
I don't know. But if Patterson gets a trilogy, Court of Owls will be brilliant.
Because as far as they from what I've seen, the whole reason they haven't really done anything with the DCU Batman is because they're waiting for Patterson's to wrap up. They don't want to have overlapping Batmans.
Yeah, which makes sense. So they might not be giving him a third.
I don't know if they're going to get a third movie because 2021 the part 1 came out.
Yeah, it's been a while,
and it's 5 years later. Well, then another 5 years before they do another Batman. James Gunn's going to want to have his out in the next 3 years probably.
But Court of Owls is regardless sick.
Court of Owls is awesome.
That fucking animated movie with Talon A.
Because that had Damien in it, yeah? Yeah.
That's when
That's why it would work, I think.
And Batman's like, he's like, you destroyed my city, you did this, and this to my son. And he rips his mask off and he goes, I'm going to enjoy this.
Have you seen, this is a sidetrack, this is a side quest. Have you seen the Batman movie where it's like got Cthulhu and shit in it? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like set back in like, I don't know, the 1800s.
Oh, is this the China one or the Japanese one?
No. It's like 1800s America or something like that. But he ends up becoming like a man bat at the end. Right. But it's got like Cthulhu, and they're trying to bring Cthulhu into. It's a good movie. Yeah, right. We should actually watch it.
I was thinking Samurai Batman.
No, I haven't watched it.
Like, was there any other villains that you were kind of wanting to see, or?
I would like Freeze. Freeze has always been a big.
Would you like Freeze as? So let's just assume that we're getting a Batman trilogy from the DC universe, right?
Okay, so we're going to do first, second, last?
First, second, last.
Fuck. I don't know.
For me, I think someone like Ra's al Ghul is way too out there for first movie.
That should be a second.
First one is introduction of Damian, and then second one... actually... First one is Deathstroke. So then you've got Damian and fighting Deathstroke. And you know how Damian wants the whole, like, we're going to kill him. And Batman's like, no.
I don't even think you need to have Ra's al Ghul as a villain. You can just have him just exist. Like, because I don't know if you remember the movie when Damian comes into Bruce's care. It starts with an attack on the League of Assassins stronghold. Yeah. And Rage dies, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be mad at a recreation of that entirely. Al Ghul takes Damian to. I wouldn't be mad at that because when Rage is there.
But then you know that he's probably going to get reresurrected. And he'll be a villain in a later movie.
He can always come back if they want him to come back for story wise. Yeah. Or they can leave him dead. They don't have to do anything with him. And it doesn't need too much explaining. This is where Damian's from. He's going to go see Batman. They're not doing a big backstory or anything like that. They can just have it exist.
He just turns up at his door.
As a villain, I mean. Oh man, I don't.
He's not really a villain. He doesn't go out there trying to conquer shit.
No, but I'm saying like as a villain for the first movie, what do you want? I don't know. Like the Joker would be good if they go down the Jason Todd route to making him Red Hood.
What about? I don't know if you remember Arkham Origins.
Yes.
The game. Did you play that much? Yep. Remember that was just a League of Hitmen. That could be cool. You had like Deadshot. You had like the Electrocutioner, you had Copperhead.
You could do something like
Firefly, rather than having one main villain. Oh, and it was all run by Two-Face, who was Joker. No, not Two-Face. Black Mask.
Yeah, but
Black Mask.
Who ended up being Joker at the end of it, didn't
Black Mask was... Joker was pretending to be Black Mask and he hired all the assassins. That could be cool. Rather than having one villain.
It doesn't have to be end of the world stakes.
But then that gives you what you wanted is at the end it reveals, haha, it was the Joker the whole time. And then he runs off.
Because I don't think he should be captured. Or if he's captured, then he obviously escapes.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be killed. I don't think he should... Joker shouldn't die. As long as Batman's alive, the Joker should be alive.
Because Joker is... And he always gets away because... Joker doesn't care about dying. He's willing to nuke a city. If it's like, grab me and I'll blow the entire place
he doesn't
up.
Give a crap. Like, he's actually insane.
Yeah.
I reckon that would be a good way because then you could sort of experience also the different aspects of Batman with different, you know, if say you have three villains that
you got three assassins.
That, you know, you can bring in like an assassin. Say Deathstroke's one of them.
Yeah.
Just for example, you can have him. You can show his combat prowess. Deathstroke doesn't have to die.
Yeah.
He just gets beaten by Batman and runs away.
And then, they wouldn't do it, but then like the Riddler to show his intellect.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So you can sort of pick some minor villains, your C tier villains or whatever. That isn't going to be a headache for him. He's just going to go out.
So then you do someone like Deadshot. will show his like technical smart abilities.
yeah.
You have Hush to show like his detective side.
I feel like Hush deserves the whole movie on
He
its own,
does.
though.
He really does.
The story itself is so good. It really deserves a
Yeah.
full feature length movie for
Could
itself.
have like Clayface or something.
They wouldn't do that. Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
You could do something like that. Catwoman.
Yeah.
You know, like
Just a group of 3 that hired by the Joker to take him
it
out.
sets up. You sort of realize it sets up who Batman is and his skills, and without having to explain it.
Yeah.
You know, you can see, he's solving this crime. This is the Catwoman broke in and stole this for the Joker.
Yeah.
Or, you know, what we know. And now Deadshot's after him, and he's trying to.
And now he's got to use his intellect to find out where he is.
He's got to get camouflage here and try to figure it out, and then he can have someone
like Toymaker or something crazy, where it's like, it's tech on tech now.
And then at the end, he confronts Two-Face or whoever it is. Doesn't have to be Two-Face. I think Two-Face has been cast, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have. It doesn't have to be Two-Face.
No, that's in Robert Pattinson's one, I think.
Oh, is that in that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, you could have a Black Mask or whatever, or whoever you wanted to be. And
even like Falcone or something. There's that many crime lord villains in Batman.
And then he just realizes that the Joker shows up at the end, going, it was all me, Batsy.
And then shoots a guy in the back of the head and kills him
and
or
then just
something.
disappears. Yeah. And then that's just a regular night in Gotham. Right? That's the world we're setting up, because just like Superman set up that a kaiju is just another day.
Yeah.
It needs to be... This is just what happens in Gotham City.
Yeah, he could have like, you have, as you said, one combatant, it's like one brawn, one brains, one gadget.
Whatever, yeah.
So you have like Firefly.
Yeah.
You have like Killer Croc, and then you've got like, you've got these, because as I said, he's got A villains and he's got B villains. You just pack it with B villains.
Yeah.
And
there doesn't have to be any big stakes, no impacts. Yeah, okay.
They're just trying to kidnap Batman because Joker wants him.
Or they're just causing a muck because whatever Joker's doing, whatever.
It's Gotham.
And then you can break that apart. And then you can go to the second movie, you can do... you can either focus on the Joker more.
Yeah.
And you could have... within that, if you wanted to, you could have Jason Todd die in that movie from these assassins.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
If you wanted to go through the Jason Todd Red Hood stuff, and then the second movie, you can either just leave him out, leave Joker
out entirely.
Even the Joker, sorry. You can leave the Joker out entirely.
Oh, yeah.
And then bring in Jason Todd and the Joker back in the last movie.
Yeah.
Or you could just do whatever. I don't know. The second villain...
Well, I mean... You got to think the thing is, it's like, because from Batman's first appearance, we're probably going to more than likely see him in another 1 or 2 projects by the time his second movie comes.
Yeah.
So you could kill off Jason.
Yeah.
And then it's been 7 years until the next Batman movie, and then Jason could come back.
Absolutely. And then...
Yeah. And then Jason is trying to find the Joker as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So there's so much they can do.
It's an endless, like...
But I would like to see Mr. Freeze. They could do Bane, but they did Bane in...
He's already been done.
He's done twice.
Yeah, true.
The first rendition was awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful.
Most of them were in the...
Tom Hardy was great as Bane, but it wasn't Bane.
It wasn't Bane.
But it was Bane for that universe, because Christian Bale's world was very grounded and very...
yes.
There was no...
You're not going to get a juiced up
was it Venom serum or whatever he uses? He's not going to get that. I would love a Bane... That could even be a third movie thing.
Well, that was
but then they're going to do the same as the...
Well, remember,
Nolan.
Bane was in Arkham Origins. He was one of the assassins, one of the hitmen.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He was one of
I
them.
haven't played that in ages.
And like the final fight, he juiced himself to the tits,
Oh,
and he was
right.
walking
I do
around, and
remember
you didn't
that.
even fight him. You had to sneak up behind him and cut that would be cool to see.
Yeah, you're seeing stuff like that. But Batman has to think creatively and outside the box.
Yes, absolutely.
And show that part of the character, because we don't get that a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then moving on, we've got the Batmobile.
I don't know if I really have an opinion for a Batmobile.
I like... Let's go through them. I like the 70s and the 80s ones.
The big long one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like I've liked all the Batmobiles that have been out. Pattinson's one is very... It's like low budget.
It's just a Mustang.
It's a Dodge Charger or something like that. That's just been hotted up.
Yeah.
I want...
it's the average muscle car you see around fucking Ashmore.
I want the... Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I want that Batmobile to be able to do...
crazy shit.
But I don't want to just... I want to see the Bat plane. I want to see everything he's
Batwing.
got. I want to get the Batwing. I want to get the Batboat. I want Batman to just be able to do what he does in the comics. And he goes, Alfred, send the Batwing, and he shoots his grapple up, and he just flies off.
I love when he does that.
I just want to see that.
Yeah.
I just want to go, twing, fly off.
And then,
right?
yeah.
You know, that's what
I want the Bat satellite. Like,
yeah,
I want, like...
yeah. I would like the Watchtower eventually.
That'll come,
I reckon they're doing because they've got the Hall of Justice that was obviously in Superman. The Watchtower would be sick.
But the Watchtower is a different thing to the Watch. The Watchtower and the Hall of Justice are two different things together, though.
Well, I think the Hall of Justice was their base on Earth, and then Watchtower became their base.
Yeah.
And orbited the planet.
Yeah.
How they're going to explain a gigantic towering satellite?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but hey, who cares?
Because I don't really have an opinion for the Batmobile. Like, I love the one in Arkham Knight.
I'm about to say that, actually.
Because you drive it, and when you hold down the left trigger, the wheels turn to like that, and it becomes a spider like a tank. And then it can go sideways.
Go side to side. Yes, I think that's important. I don't think...
Because that's that fantasy tech over the top. Like,
it should have a jump on it. You know, where he needs to go over things and it just goes boosh and he can jump over shit.
I love when he ejects out and he flies through the air.
I want that. I want to see that.
And then come down with a fucking double kick on someone. Come in like...
We need that sort of stuff happening. Like, I just...
Yeah, like... Because in the trailer for Arkham Knight, it was so good. It had Two-Face. This was the cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
It had Two-Face and all of his criminals behind barriered cars, and they're all shooting the cops, and the Batmobile flies around the corner, shoots rockets, blows up the front. It hits a jump, and it goes through the air, but Batman ejects out the top of it.
Yeah.
And then, but they don't see him, and it lands, and they all turn and shoot the car. The next thing, he boom from
comes
behind.
Out of nowhere,
Yeah, like stuff like that I want.
I just don't want it to have rocket launchers and machine guns mounted to it. I don't think like you know, different as like tear gas or like you know, like,
well, like again in the Arkham Knight, you know, because obviously Batman doesn't kill, and you're in this car that can go 200 miles an hour. When you go to run over criminals, you don't run over them. It shoots electronic darts, and they go zzz, and they fall out over the way.
that sort of stuff would be fine, and obviously he needs gadgets to do whatever he's going to do. But I don't think like a Batflix mounted miniguns.
No, that's not Batman
or anything like that. You know, stay away from guns. Stay away from like tasers and stuff is fine.
Tasers, tear gas, stun darts.
I wanted to see him use his batarangs in combat a lot more.
Yeah, so like as we said, where he jumps over the dude and puts the grenade on him. Like there's one point he jumps and turns.
Yeah, and
like
throws
three of them at once. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like or does a flip and throws him and like hits like 3 different spots with like pinpoint accuracy. Like
he just goes like that, and they just all...
You know, like, I see you use his grapple a bit more, and just some more, just more tech, I guess, integrated with the combat, more than anything.
And like, I think another part that would be really cool if we did our first one, because I keep going back to Arkham Origins, but every time he beat someone in Arkham Origins, he just took their tech and just implemented it.
Yeah, upgraded.
So it's like...
That's right, because he has the electro guy.
Because
he
fought,
that and he
fought the electrocutioner who had like the electric gloves, and he beat him, and then he put that tech in, and then he had a stun punch. Stuff like that.
It'd be cool to incorporate that and see his ingenuity and how he can make stuff. And whatnot. But when it comes to...
Double fly kick from 400 meters in the air.
When it comes to actors portraying and the look of Batman, what do you want a big person to play him? Like, I feel like he needs to be of the same stature as Corin Sweat.
Yes. He needs to be similar size-ish and similar build.
He needs to be the same height. With suit on. It doesn't have to be with suit on. With suit on, he needs to be the same height, the same looking build, because he's got to look like a god.
As far as the build goes, I wouldn't want someone like Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans. They're too big. They are projected as gods and superstars, but I would want someone kind of like Sebastian Stan's build.
I reckon,
you know, where he still looks really good in a suit, but you go, that dude's jacked.
I reckon Chris Evans would be like the max you'd want to go.
You wouldn't want to go bigger. And that's why I wouldn't go Alan
Alan's
Richardson.
too big. Too big. He's way too big.
Height and width.
Like, because you got to also think of someone he got to play Bruce well.
Yes, and the thing is, when you do big and muscular, you're not agile. Like, he's not doing flips over people's heads and shit.
You know, you can still be...
You need like someone kind of like Simu Lee's build for like Shang-Chi, you know, that
Yeah.
pretty, but like in normal clothes, you still look at it and go, it's a good build.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not like
because he's got to be athletic.
Yeah.
and he's got to be. He can bench like a ton or something like that.
yeah.
So like to find the realistic.
What's the point of all those bench press if you can't lift up a little log?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Alfred.
Fuck you, Alfred. Yeah, but also you got to have a like. It was like someone like Alan Richardson, right? And you go, this is Batman. He's this enormous.
He's got to be Bane.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, you look at him and he's huge and he's whatever, and he's got all this tech and blah blah blah. And then there's Bruce Wayne, and he's just as big and he's rich.
Yeah.
He's probably Batman.
Yeah, imagine standing next to Alan Richardson in a suit, like
You're like
in a tux.
You're probably Batman.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one else that lives in Gotham City that
Who's that big?
has the resources and the capabilities. So you got to have someone that's
because the whole point of with Bruce is that like Bruce would like stir people and people would go, I'm going to hit this fucking guy because I can.
yeah.
But if you looked, he's a big guy, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, right. So you got to have like that's why Christian Bale was good because he worked as Bruce very good.
He was very,
You know,
but
he's
he had that
suave
slim
and
attire.
and he was he looked like that.
He looked
like,
good
he
in
was
a
still
suit.
jacked.
He looked good in a suit, though.
But it wasn't over the top. If you picked him out of a lineup, you couldn't pick that he was Batman. But if you put Alan Richardson there or anyone bigger, you're gonna be or Chris Hemsworth out of Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
you're gonna be like,
it's not going to work.
That's Batman.
Yeah.
Like he's the only guy that could probably throw a car just like Batman can, right?
Quick side note, but it was probably my favorite clip from like the Dark Knight universe.
Yeah.
How when that guy sits down with Lucius and goes to blackmail him, and he goes, Wayne Tech is doing all of these developments, and these are the things that go out on the street. And he goes, what are you trying to say? And he goes, I want $10 million and $1 million every year.
Yeah.
And Lucius goes, you really think blackmailing the guy who beats up criminals at night is a good idea?
Yeah. You're assuming this guy is a superhero, a vigilante, and you want to blackmail him?
Yeah, like he beats up criminals at night.
What do you think he's going to do to you if you trying to extort him, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know?
They reckon that dude was going to be the Riddler in the Nolan
really?
universe. Anyway, but yeah, no, you are right. Someone who's too big and built like a superhero is going to stand out way too much.
Like if Jensen Ackles was younger, it'd be good.
Yeah. Look at him, Supernatural season 1, and like he would have been so good. And, like the only other thing that I would really like to see within the universe is two things. I saw the fan casting, and it would be brilliant. Is Maya Hawke and Ethan Hawke as Barbara and Jim Gordon.
You sent me this.
That would be so good.
Yeah, that would work.
Maya would be such a good Barbara.
Ethan Hawke's great.
And Ethan would be such a good Jim.
Ethan Hawke's fantastic.
He's got that look of Jim, the grey,
He was
older.
fantastic in Moon Knight.
Oh, so good.
He was fantastic in that movie.
So good.
He's a great actor. Maya Hawke is good. She was good in Stranger Things.
But imagine her, but a slightly more serious role and a bit more techie smart, and just putting that character in as Barbara.
And then she
in
becomes
the DC world.
Batgirl.
Yeah, eventually becomes
And
Batgirl.
then eventually becomes Oracle because she gets shot by the
Yes,
Joker.
that's what I'm saying. But then how good would Ethan Hawke be as
Jim Gordon.
Jim Gordon?
It would work.
It would be
It'd be
so
great.
good.
Have they casted a Jim Gordon for?
No. The other part that I would like to see within the universe, and I'm sure it will happen, is Arkham Asylum, obviously, fleshed out. And like even in the first movie, it shows Batman walking down the hall, and you see like Poison Ivy, Two-Face, Riddler. Like they're all in there already.
I think that should be a good point to make as well. Is that I want Batman to be like accepted as the vigilante of Gotham. Like you know, he's not like he does bad things.
Where
but, like,
Jim puts the light on and waits on the roof for him and goes, I need your help.
Like,
and then he turns around and he's gone.
Like you know how in Patterson's one he walks into the police station and they're all like, I want Batman to have free reign. He can just walk down into Arkham Asylum. Like he doesn't have to. He just shows up and they're like, it's Batman. Just let him do what he does.
Just at the door. The Batmobile at the door.
Like just let him do what he does.
And they're all like,
this is Batman. They respect him. Whereas like
Superman, they kind of do.
Yeah, like the Bale movies, he was a vigilante that was being hunted by the cops.
Yeah,
and they obviously had other story notes that
and then the Ben Affleck ones, you never even saw him interacting with.
Well, they were trying to capture him as well because he was branding people and whatnot, right?
Because he was a lunatic.
Because you see that where they go to the house and they look at the corner of the roof. He's up there like Spider-Man, where he's like, it's like, what are you doing?
I'm the guy. Oh, it was so funny.
Spider-Man, bro. What are you doing? I want to see, like they did do that in the Pattinson, like the first one, where they sort of accepted him being in the crime scene. I want more of that. I want more of him working with the Gotham PD as
Yeah.
opposed to.
And like again, I hate to keep going back to the Arkham games, but they've done it all so well.
That was good because
you can just walk in there because you lock up all the criminals, put them in the thing,
Yeah,
and
in
you
Arkham
walk
Knight,
in.
you put them in the back of the Batmobile.
Yeah, and you drive
And you
them
drive
to the
them there,
precinct.
and
Yeah.
you drop them off, and you get them locked up, and you escort them in. So,
But then that opens the gateway if the police accept them for probably one of the best jokes in the Arkham series is when Batman comes back out and there's cops standing taking photos with the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Here he comes and they run back to the door and they're like,
that sort of stuff that we need in this universe.
But he doesn't even interact with them. He just walks straight past them.
Because you said this is a universe that has had superheroes for ages.
Yeah.
And they're
So them going, he's a vigilante would be stupid.
But you know, and they're like celebrities where, yes, they would go and take pictures in front of the Batmobile. Or they would.
They would.
They're like, oh, Batman's here. You know, before he comes, we get a picture. We put it on Instagram or something like that. You know, so I think they needed, the world building needs to be like that. And at this point, they're going to introduce him. He's probably been Batman for like 5 years at least.
I think so.
You know,
because if superheroes have been around for 300 years,
no, we've got Supergirl coming out, and she's well established as Supergirl doesn't come out in Clark's story for like ages. So if she's already going to be in Clark's story, Batman has to be well and truly a veteran by now.
Yeah,
like,
which I think Batman probably about 4 or 5 years in would be good, and then it gives way to, because even then, like you have Dick right as Nightwing, and then like if he's in the movies fighting with Batman side by side, like he did in the fighting the Court of Owls. It then paves the way for a Teen Titans movie because Joseph Gordon-Levitt was meant to be Nightwing. Like
that was hinting because his name was. It wasn't Dick in the movie. It was something
close.
It was something that you got Dick Grayson out of.
But that's that. I don't really have anything else to add. That's sort of a lot of it.
All topic points. There, but I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Seeing how James Gunn handled the Superman, I'm like, Superman, he knows what he's doing.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for listening. Where can they find us, Kirby, if they want more?
More? Well, I mean, you're already on YouTube, but, well, you might not be. You could be on Spotify, but we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. We've got the audio on Spotify and the video is over on YouTube. So if you want to watch, we put the things on the screen as we talk about them for references so you know what we're talking about. Yeah. And you get to see us laughing and our interactions, and it's just way more fun on YouTube.
Yeah. The audios will be probably longer than the YouTube clips.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to us all at once.
And we've got a Instagram.
We do.
Cool.
That'll be called SideQuest.
SideQuest, baby.
SideQuest.
SideQuest.
All right.
Well,
cool.
we'll see you in the next
Wrap
episode.
It up there. Yeah. Laters.